say something about your show?
I shit on myself in the womb.
Stop, Phil.
You fucking stink.
You know what? Fuck this.
Oh, because it's Hollingsworth, but it's worth less.
I don't want to hear about whatever you have to say.
The worthless of the week.
Yeah.
Hey, you just gonna sit up there the whole time?
It's the fucking Phil Fox Scorpion. It's a move, man. You fucking dummy. Ugh. Look at what the fuck? How is it racist? Black people.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot me now, dude. Just shoot me now.
Hey! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless program. As always, I am one of your hosts, Big Irish J is Hollingsworth.
All right.
And as usual, we have the Fab Four, aka the Holigoon or the Hooligoons. What the fuck is happening to me? The Hooligoons, aka the Goon Squad, aka the Four Musketeers, aka what was the one, Tyler? There was one you had.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, that's right. Starting with the Mechanable Sean McCann.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. Excited for today's show.
Look at that fucking set.
New set.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm diddling myself. Okay, and then also we have the Black
That is a
Dawn one.
hot mic.
Is it? Mine is
Hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sound like you're on dial-up.
And we have the Black Dawn one, aka the Coco co-host. Manulus Rojas Martin
Yeah.
Junior.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in.
Is this better, Sean?
Yeah, except when you go high, it hits hot.
Is this better? Better?
Yeah.
Okay,
perfect.
and
No, you're a little
last-
quiet. You're a little quiet.
Oh
Little
my
quiet.
fuck.
Yeah,
Last.
you gotta get a better mic, buddy.
Last, fucking but not least, we have the resident indigenous, aka the BICOP, aka the BIPOC, aka Sacagawea, aka Hiawatha. Heck, am I smoking? Tyler Smith.
I can tell you're really proud of yourself for that one.
Dude, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
Somebody learned a new drug today.
And let's give a shout out to all the goons in here, the Hooligoons, aka Alice Mariah, Felicia, Andrea, Carla Allen, coming in hot. What's up, y'all? We have a great show for you today. I got to turn up my monitor. Test. Okay, that's good. Am I still good on your guys' level? Yeah. Okay. First of all, let's give a little respect to Sean's new set in his in one of his 40 rooms in his mansion here in Vegas.
Turned out pretty good, dude. I'm pretty stoked on it. Not
Is that the
bad.
bathroom?
This is the bathroom. I'm sitting on the toilet.
Nice.
That's fucked up. The bathroom, dude. That all I'm seeing is I'm like, okay, I got to get fucking lights now in my shit, right?
Yeah. I got a sponsor light up here. You see that?
Is that reflecting off something across the room? Or is that
it's a spotlight.
I like
Oh, it is.
Oh, nice.
It's fucking aliens,
Yeah.
bro.
Can't read it, but
That's all right. They didn't pay for this publicity. I'm just trying it out.
And okay, there I can hear myself. You guys say something.
Hey.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Is
Alex
that a
said-
real box of Skittles?
it is. Yeah, that's full of Skittles. My folks got that
Wow.
for me years and years ago, and I've always kept it as some kind of little prop.
I love
now
it.
I can use it. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah,
And,
man.
You didn't eat them?
Alice
Nah,
says my
dude.
setup is like a
Nah.
DJ on Facebook with albums behind him. Great, thanks.
End of the show.
Yeah, all right.
BS.
We'll get
Yeah.
the sad thing out of the way. Louis Anderson passed away. Was it the day after or the same day this came out last week, the 5th or Wednesday?
Yeah. We talked about it last week, but the way you guys had addressed it, I thought it was just like
You got
Fun
blood
except for Manny.
cancer.
Yes,
He
I am
was
definitely.
in hospice or whatever last week.
I thought he was in. I thought it was the way you guys made it seem. I thought it was just like
It was non-Hodgkin's. It was like the treatable cancer, blood cancer,
gotcha.
I think.
but
is
it
what
must have already
is.
spread.
But I mean, you only know what you know, right? So like,
Yeah.
it could have obviously was much worse than anybody.
Shout
thought.
out Adam Kessler. I just want to say my life is pretty lame and pretty vanilla right now.
Let's don't say that.
No, I'm just kidding. It's amazing. Look at my mansion. Look at my piano in the back. God damn.
Keep it so spotless week after week.
Yeah, dude.
My housekeeper comes in. It's always daytime where I'm living. I live up in the North Pole. It's fucking amazing, man.
Dude, when we start the Patreon, we'll have you go over and play the piano a little bit.
I will.
It'll only be available on the Patreon.
See, this is a rug that I'm gonna throw away later. Just so you guys know.
BS Jeffrey
You're
says
wondering
Jay
what's going on
mentions Betty White. Boom, she dies. Jay mentions Louis Anderson. Boom, he dies. Want to give a shout out to BS Jeffrey in here. Just wanted to mention him. All right. So
I get it. Hey, because you mentioned his name and boom, he dies. That's the joke.
You get it.
He did stop responding.
I'm just gonna finally. I'm just gonna tell two quick Louis Anderson stories. One, when he was doing the stand-up boot camp thing, and he was in Bellevue. I was first doing the bit about going out the little person, and he was like, it was funny because Louis was always like, he was never like mean in his comedy. It was all just on himself, and but he was like saying about the joke, he was like, I don't know, it's kind of mean. But then he gave me a great tag for it that I've used since, where he said when she showed up, she pulls up in her Hot Wheels station wagon. And I was like, great. And then I won't even read Alice's comment. And then the next thing, he let me open for him in on stage.
That's right.
I wish I had some sad music to play in the background right now.
Yeah, but I came. He had a residency at the, I think it was the Luxor, the Excalibur, one of them. But we're in the. It was also the place where the whatever from Thunder from Down Under, and so we're in the green room.
Is that his favorite show? Good wanting to go there.
We're in the green room.
Going to Thunder Down Under.
We're waiting for the show to start, and this shirtless Thunder from Down Under dude comes in to say, "Hey, Louis, you got a phone call from so and so." He's like, "I'm calling back," and then the guy leaves, and Louis looks at us, and he was like, "I could do that. I would come out in a giant cookie, and then I'd eat my way out." And then it was just like dead silent in the green room. We're like, all right.
God, man.
I love Louis. He got me in at the Comedy Store. He was
like, I would pop out of a Guinness.
Yeah.
Sean, wait, I was going to say, why don't you tell your one about the 35 cents and the McDonald's with the Walk of Fame? No.
To me?
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking around. Never
Oh
mind.
shit!
That's
Okay, I was like, dude,
yeah.
Did I tell some lie that I have to recall?
This is interesting. Yeah, hold on before you say it, Sean. I'll let you handle that one. But I just sincerely, like, Louis was one of the nicest dudes, and he was so helpful to so many people, and he was a great dude, and I'm friends with his nephew, who has been Louis was like mentoring, and so just shout out to Louis Anderson, rest in peace. Thank you for all the years of laughter, and now let's get to some fucking.
Well, but before we move on to this comment up here on that Louis thing, so working in comedy, man, you like come around so many different comedians over the years. I mean, dude, if you're around for 10 years and you're working, with headliners or whatever, then dude, you're gonna come in contact with 200, 300 comedians. You're going to work with them. You're going to work with all of them in some capacity, whether you're producing, you're opening, hosting, something. That gives this like opportunity for zillions of people to truthfully say, I worked with this guy. It's a truth.
Yeah.
But it implies, it's like not the right, it implies something much deeper than it really is. And then you see all these videos with Bob Saget, or with Norm, or with Louis, where you get these dude, you get these comedians who get on like.
Are you mad that people are sharing grief on
no
the
sharing grief is great, but clout
they're
chasing.
saying they know him when it's like some broad saying that she used to sleep with me. Fucking everybody slept with me. Like, fucking,
Jesus.
is that what you're saying?
Left turn? No. I'm just saying, dude, it's funny to watch this to see how people can use this to market themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you where it's like,
Gotcha.
are you doing it for clicks or are you being genuine? It's
Yeah,
like
they are. Even when they're
when-
forcing a cry.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, oh god.
Everything has a meaning behind it. Everything has a reason. They're doing
Yes,
this
everything
for,
does have an intent.
You know what though? Like it's like
agenda.
sometimes, I mean, you can just post something. Like I'll say this. I think Jay's was very tasteful, right? Just hey, thanks for all the memories. You know, boom, there's that. Didn't have to do a long thing. Like Charlie Murphy died. I worked with him. We weren't best friends. He told me like some cool stories about Hollywood, but I didn't go online. I just some of those need to just stay with you and just share them amongst your colleagues.
dude.
Like
right. I think a lot
Maybe
of
I'm
people are
wrong.
sharing. I think you're right, and a lot of these people do have an agenda when it comes to these posts. But then I feel like that does snowball a bunch of other posts that people probably wouldn't write. But then they saw this fucking attention grabber, and they're like, "Oh, maybe I don't want to be an asshole, so I'm gonna write something now too."
No, that's a good point. I think it's because I see certain patterns happening with certain people, and then it always seems like they're so quick on it. Like almost to this point, like I want to be. I bet I'm first.
Like they're on the phone. What's his heart rate right now? Flatline? Okay, send.
Exactly.
Man, yeah.
Yeah. So but I love Louis. He was just a great dude. So rest in peace, Louis.
Not the
and then
comedian, huh?
And let me give a shout out to other people that came in here. Divine Equinox, San Francisco 49er girl. Go Might for Life, who has an interesting comment. N-word is in here. Let's go.
So
Sean, you want to handle this one?
Yeah. So Jay, Perry Caravello bought Louis' old bed years ago, right?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either. And Perry Caravello, for those that don't know, that's Scary Perry, and he does a great show 3 times a week. He does streaming live streams on YouTube and Twitch. It's called Perry Caravello Live, and he's a nut.
Can I interject something, Sean, on that? You say it's a great show. For anybody that doesn't know anything about it and just tunes in, they're going to be like, what the fuck is happening? So anybody that doesn't know Perry Caravello, go watch, put this on your Netflix or wherever you can watch it, Windy City Heat.
Yeah,
and
that's how you have to start.
Yeah, you have to watch Windy City Heat. It's a prank. It's a movie that is about a prank that's been played on a guy for like, 10, 15 years?
At this point, it's been 25. It was 11 years in 2004. So add time past that.
Yeah. Just go look at Windy City Heat. It's
His life is a prank.
Amazing. 30 years now. Jesus.
30 years. It's insane. And dude, it's funny too. Like I watch every one of them. I watch every live that comes on. And dude, you'll find people, they have a very active comment section. Dude, people come in the comments and they'll be like, what did I just come into? Like they have no context and they literally were on YouTube or Twitch and just were like, oh, here's a guy dressed in a diaper. I'm going to see what that's about.
Yeah.
57 or 58, I think.
Dude, we got high on New Year's and just watched that shit and laughed our dicks off.
Oh, we watched live, and then after that, we watched the actual Windy City Heat.
Yes. Yeah. So there was an article I saw, a transgender man who was transitioning from female to male. You have to follow along. There's a lot of steps in this. A transgender man who was a female transitioning, was taking hormones, went out on a date on Grindr, had a one-night stand, and got pregnant.
Wait, okay. So sorry, from the top one more time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Transgender man. So he was born female,
right. Female to male. Okay.
Right. Was on Grindr, hooked up with a guy, was taking hormones and everything, and got pregnant and had the kid. So this person on Grindr that had a one-night stand with someone that
right. Who has to pay the custody?
Yeah. You're like, hey man, I was hooking up with a man that was that person's pronouns.
The father should. And you're like, I agree. The father should.
Okay, like
who's the father right there?
But at the same time, right? It's like, yeah, you knew that this person had a vagina, so clearly
that's true.
You know what I mean? So like,
but did you? Maybe you just hit it from the back, never saw the front. and you thought you were going in the asshole.
Smooth.
It happens to all of us.
Whoops. I think though you got to clear some things up though. So
Are you looking at the article right now?
yeah, so I think part of this is, so first off, he consulted with his church, the Satanic Temple, and so they kind of figured out which way to go. He has now decided to hold off transitioning to now be a mother and have more children. So this seems like it was some kind of a realization for this person to
But she
now
got
want
her.
to have
So
kids.
do I refer to her or
Them
him?
just say them.
I
That way.
think it's just one person. So I think,
But they are kind of fat, so that could be they them.
there you go.
We just want to say here on the HollingsWorthless podcast that it is never okay to make gestures or comments about people's weight, and that you were perfect the way that you are. And you know what? We're all
This
just
was going to be
working.
about pronouns.
I did too, and it went straight to like
the best.
wait. That's
Doing
my
things we can.
favorite.
We'll figure out pronouns later. Back to you guys.
But she got her breasts removed as she, so.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Mm.
Let's say one of us is gay. You hook up with Ellen Page.
So Tyler.
Now Elliot Page.
So Tyler
and-
hooks up with Elliot.
Yeah,
Page.
Elliot Page.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. And then Elliot Page gets pregnant. I mean, like, ultimately,
Mm.
you know, I mean, Elliot makes more money than all of us, but
She makes a little bit more money than me, just a little bit.
I
He
feel like
does.
you guys
Sorry,
were talking
he
about
makes
this.
a little bit more.
yeah.
money.
Go ahead.
I
Sean.
feel like you guys were talking about this already, and
Wait,
legal
legal
registering
Sean,
now.
sorry. Legal Sean's coming in.
No. Did you? Yeah, actually, it is about a legal part of this. Were you guys talking about who pays child support here? Or
That's
how's
what I
child
We
said.
did,
support?
yeah, a
Father
second
would.
ago.
So yeah,
And then
Can we
said,
get back into that
The
real
father
quick?
switching, you're switching genders now. You got two fathers, so you're gonna split it.
Maybe that's why she was like, "I'm going to be a mom."
That is,
Oh, she
so-
switched back.
good
Did
thing
she
I didn't
switch
think about
back
that, the
or
legal
change
aspect.
back after that? Wait, did this trans man
Sean's favorite.
trans back to a female after getting pregnated?
Just stopped in the middle.
Yeah, but she had already had her breasts removed. And here's the other
Correct.
thing.
Oh.
Here's another thing.
Wait,
And
hold
this
on.
may.
I
What?
see you, Adam Kessler. I see what you did there.
Do you know he? Oh God! Do you know he like that? I want to come back to the seahorse dads, which I didn't know this, but I guess that's the term for this person, or I guess what they're doing or trans. Anyways, here's my thing: is this goes back to should you, as a trans person, should you have to? Well, not have to, but I mean, morally, should you say that you're trans on your dating profile? Because this person was on Grindr. We don't know. So hypothetically, this person could have been on Grindr. They identify as a man, so they just put "I'm a man." And hypothetically, they could have, the person they hooked up with might have been thinking they were going in this person's asshole, never seeing the front, and they went in the vagina.
Never
and-
feeling a vagina before. They wouldn't
Dude.
even know.
This is right. This raises a great point. This is where the whole sex gender thing is a real problem.
Right.
Because what that person says is I'm a man, and in that sense I'm going to think that you're speaking biologically, and you don't need to say I'm biologically a man, or you don't need to say I'm a cisgendered human male, because just saying I am a man means that there is a 100% certainty that two men cannot get one another pregnant.
Right.
So that's a huge problem. If you say I'm transitioning, or I feel like, or I live like, or whatever, I think that's a whole nother thing. But dude, this is a huge problem, because that guy who had sex with this transgender gentleman thought that was a guy.
Right.
And now gets this guy pregnant. And I think Tyler was saying, dude, I think child support is only about the kid. I don't think it's necessarily about the biology of it. So like, cause there's too many guys who get fake paternity thrown on them, and then come to find out 5 years from now, it's not their kid, yet
And
they're
then they
still
still
on the
have
hook
Yeah.
for child support till they're 18.
And I just have to also give a shout out to the seductive
Wow.
turtle. Way to just stay in character always. I love it.
That's Sean. That might be Sean's
shit.
favorite commentator, and they're coming from Twitch. So thank you, seductive
love it.
turtle. Yeah. So I mean, dude, can you imagine too, like getting that phone call? You're the guy on Grindr that you just had it was a one night stand. That's what it said in the article.
How would they get a hold of that guy?
Probably
He wasn't very
one of the
good
gay
one-night
meetings.
stands. Oh God, they just hop back on Grindr. He's right there.
But dude, yeah. So imagine you hook up with someone and you just think it's a night of fun, you know, and then a month later you get a call, hey, I'm pregnant. I'm sorry, who is this? The
Every guy's
dude
nightmare.
I hooked up with? Yeah.
Because
the
dude,
guy I fucked?
what about think about two girls? Like, what if one chick?
cup. What?
What if one chick got another chick pregnant?
Did you hear about the lady with 2 vaginas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You got both pregnant, both of them. Oh God, why did I have to double dip? I was so greedy that night.
Yeah, I did this threesome with just one chick.
I'm pregnant twice, you fuck.
Dude. All right. I don't
Ultimately, I mean, here's the thing. If you're sleeping with anybody, you should practice safe sex. I know that if you're I mean, you know, it's crazy to be duped, especially if you're in the gay community. You know, you're not thinking that you're like, yo, I can never get anybody pregnant. I'm just gonna be living my best life.
That would never be in your head ever one time.
Yeah, exactly. It's never in your head, and then you slip up and you're like, damn, okay, well, shit, you know. So
that's crazy.
So I'm curious what people think about fucking boo. Somebody Alice said I think they should have to disclose it, but I don't know at what point. I'd want to know first conversation. Yeah. I mean, I tell a joke on stage about how you know, I went out with a trans woman not knowing she was trans, and I say in the joke sometimes in the setup, I'm like, I think you got to put that on your profile, and some people will be like, no, you don't. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's. I mean, we've gone back and forth about that, and it's oh my God. So
the thing is, they're not punny, they're not wordplay, they're just real. Because I think they're always really good.
It's because it's an actual turtle, just fucking tight.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, by the way, I don't know who you are, and I never want to know. Because you're a turtle in my head. You're just a little turtle on a keyboard.
Tyler,
on a phone.
Yeah, there you go. Tyler, can we get a confirmation?
I double checked. We're good. We're good on C4's dead.
I don't know,
Okay.
though, dude.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know if
Sorry.
we're good
Moving
on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So moving on. Did you guys see? So the Kansas City Chiefs are moving on. They're in the AFC Championship game.
Oh my God! Did anybody watch that game?
Amazing.
Probably the best game I've ever seen in my life. Like, for those of you who don't watch football, it was literally, you think one person season done, you know, and you see Jared Allen's like dad celebrating up in the booth. He's like, oh, my kid's going to the fucking AFC Championship. 13 seconds left. Mahomes comes back. Yeah, fucking touchdown. And then overtime, it's like you can never count that guy out. I feel like they're the new Patriots to a certain.
Dude, the last few weekends, the NFL playoffs have been fucking amazing.
They've been on fire.
But here's my thing. So Patrick Mahomes, amazing quarterback, loved by many. But people want him and the Chiefs to lose because of his wife and his fucking dipshit brother.
Yep.
So did you guys see what his wife did when they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's up in
From
her
her
box
perch?
seats.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And she goes, we're moving on. Woo, takes champagne and just starts spraying it on all the Chiefs fans below her, the peasants below her. and everybody was
divisional championship game, dude.
Like on babies and everything.
Hold up a minute and celebrate when it's appropriate, you dummy.
Yeah. Exactly. And so people were like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? And she was like, I wish I could just live my life and not be judged on everything. So people are like, well, then quit posting everything on fucking Instagram. And like some people were commenting because there's video of her doing it. And people are like, yeah, I love driving an hour back home smelling like alcohol when I don't drink. And all these other people are like, the fuck are you doing stuff? And dude, his brother is a straight asshole.
There are just some people in this world who it's like, you're not significant and you want to be, you know, and so it's like, I'm going to ride these coattails and be as relevant as I can, you know.
Yeah, when you get hit with alcohol and you're not expecting it either, it is the grossest. It is so nasty. Like, was that out of your mouth? Was that out of somebody's fucking mouth? Oh my god!
I'm sure you've been hit with worse than your face. So
I love that. I can tell.
And that his brother, like, dude, he continuously just keeps doing shit that you're like, have a little self-awareness, you know. Like, he disrespected, he like stood and did a dance or TikTok dance over some, like, do you remember what it was, Sean?
Yeah, some player had passed away and they put his number on the field, and so he's over there dancing on it. It's like a big circle and he's TikToking on it.
Yeah. There was that. There was some restaurant that he was trying to get.
Was this like in a disrespectful way?
Yeah, he's like crip walking on it.
Yeah.
Tyler, can we get a confirmation if it's still okay to say?
What, crip walk?
I don't think so.
Oh, Chiefs? Yeah, that's what they are.
Tyler?
Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, you're indigenous, so I mean,
can we go off the rails for a second? Can we go off topic for a minute?
Sean, we can go wherever the fuck you want, bro.
This could be a PSA if we need it to be.
I have a question for folks that are watching at home. So, and this isn't a twist on something. It's an honest. It's something I've been thinking about, and I just want to get reactions to it. So, there has been in the past and currently, you know, a push to remove.
That's fucked up.
Oh
That's
God!
That's
So.
racist.
We just got a comment. Sorry to stop. I know that's irritating on the ears, but we got this comment that, I mean, people still scalp tickets, so I guess, you know, Chiefs is still cool.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Maryland Terrapins, that's great. So anyways, okay, so there was in the past and currently this big, you know, move changing a lot of things, you know, on branding, like Uncle Ben's Rice and Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Butterworth and you know, the green M&M lady, and it's interesting to hear, you know, both sides of this, not in the race sense, but more it's actually quite political, really, which is always funny how things line up like that. Anyway, so there's a split, and you know, people are like, you know, we need to get these off of all these brands, which I understand. I get that side of it. I also get the other side, which is an interesting notion that now what you have is like, we're not touching any of the white brands, the brands with white, you know, Chef Boyardee's and those kind of things.
Quaker Oats.
Yeah. There's a bunch of like white faces that will still exist on products.
White bread.
But it'll only be white faces that exist on products. There won't be any representation of other races. Then you know, you can go back even further and be like, well, should there really be representation of races, period, on products? Nah, probably not. Kind of dumb. It's kind of like having statues. We should stop building statues of people, stop naming schools after people, stop calling things after people just in general. It's dumb to create icons, because dude, I mean, look, somebody's gonna find something bad about somebody who you love that has statue now. I was gonna use MLK as an example, but I don't want people to lose their lunch. But the point is here's a guy who we hold up to great esteem right now, and 200 years later watch something that we're not even aware of.
They'll be like, he had an affair or something, or
something like, you know, all of a sudden people that are left-handed are ostracized, and he was, you know.
Did you see, I mean, perfect example, MLK, did you see what Michael Blackson tweeted? And then Cat Williams called him out on it. DL Hughley reposted it. So I think it was on MLK Day. Fucking Michael Blackson tweeted out something to the effect of like, apparently, supposedly, or I heard MLK had a white mistress. Nothing like getting back at the man than fucking one of the white women, or something like that. And Cat Williams responded with, quote, coon question or coon comment or something like that. And then DL Hughley reposted it.
That's a slur, by the way, you guys.
I'm quoting. I'm quoting.
He just checked the database.
Yeah.
I just know that one. I recognize that one.
Oh, he just knows that off his head. He's like, that's my vernacular.
I was gonna be like Forrest Gump. You mean raccoons?
This is pretty good. Adam said people have even found things wrong with Donald
Yeah, so
Trump.
that's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
you know, it's like you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but yeah, it's dude, McDonald's, like the clown. There's been talk, or not talk, but there's one theory that clowns in general are a racial caricature of the Irish. Red hairs, red cheeks, and nose, like somebody that's been drinking.
Always
usually
drunk.
they have, usually they have
hard workers though.
Yeah, usually they have
Right, they fill a lot
patches on their
car.
clothes, with like clowns have patches on their clothes, which the Irish were poor and had patches and shit like that. And I mean, you have Notre Dame Fighting Irish, which as far as I know, I mean, there has been talk of that, but majority of people are like, fuck you, don't touch the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just it's interesting. Like there was a thing that just happened where we talked about it last episode where, and this isn't a political thing. This is more about just to show just the nonsense. Then we can move on. I just want to get this out. So like what was it last week? We talked about Biden said something. About MLK.
Yeah.
Right. And saying there's a bigger impact with George Floyd dying than MLK had. And a lot of people were up in arms, and then a lot of people weren't. And it was funny because the people that were up in arms, it's like, dude, you know what he meant. You know what he meant, and he's right. And he's right by what he meant. If he would have said what he meant, it would have been right. You get it, right? And then I just see this thing the other day with
Mitch McConnell.
And he says, something African Americans do it this much, but then, Americans do it this much. And so then people are like, oh, see, there it is. He thinks that black folks aren't American. And, us as humans, in the way we communicate and talk, we talk in patterns and we think fast and speak fast. So, that by adding an adjective to the front of American, he was qualifying by saying African American versus non-African American. To him came out removing the word African from it. So it went to just American. But you can play the game that he deep down is racist and he meant what he said and he said it accidentally, or you can live in reality and not cause more strife in this world. Just be like, I know what he meant. Cool, got it. I don't agree with his politics, but I know what he meant. And then we just move on.
I mean, ultimately, right? It's like you'll believe whatever you want to believe. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to believe Biden's racist, you'll believe Biden's racist, no matter what. And same thing goes for any type of, so any Democrat or Republican that you don't like, you're going to find a way to hate him because of XYZ. You're like, oh no, he did this. I saw him, and it's crazy what your memory can tell you. Like, I kid you not. I know people who said on 9/11, they swear they saw people at a 7-Eleven burning US flags. You know what I mean? And it's it's crazy. Like, no, you didn't. Like, there's, please find me a video.
Yep. And said, as a person of color, all this racial stuff is exhausting.
Yeah,
isn't it though? I mean, like, fuck. It's like, it's already just
doesn't
hard
even
enough.
make any sense. It was 9/11.
I like that one a lot. I got to give it to you.
It came at 2 clicks. Slow, and then when it came in, it just stayed at that tempo.
Sorry, Sean, you lost me at Mitch McConnell. Carlos said,
I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it for my own, not because of that one thing he said.
All right, this is yours, Sean. The Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay, dude, I won't get any pushback here.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question to everybody. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, we see him. He goes on Rogan. I watch this thing with Elon Musk, where Elon Musk is talking about, I think something about going to Mars or something and how that might happen and blah 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 blah. And then in one of our group chats, somebody sent a Neil deGrasse Tyson video, and I'm watching it, and it's almost like he read from the Elon Musk script. And I was like, well, this isn't an original thought at all. Mm-hmm. You are throwing some bigger words in it because Elon just speaks. But then it got me thinking to a bigger thing. So this is what I text. Is Neil deGrasse Tyson full of shit? Does he just string together large words that really don't say anything? I don't think in like the scientific community, I don't think he matters. I think he's like the Dr. Phil of science.
Do you think he's him and Bill Nye are on the same?
Yeah, I think Bill Nye is just a character from that Seattle night show.
Like I forget, like what was it?
Almost
Bill Nye
Live.
actually,
That's all he is.
Is Bill Nye? He has a degree, but it's not like a master's or a doctorate, right?
Yeah, it's like
Right.
fine art.
It's not
ceramics,
Dr. Nye.
Yeah, but I will say this about
Billy Nye.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. I think that people, when you are high up enough in your field or you're, more visible, you start to believe your own bullshit, and you start stringing together more and more words, and people are like, "Oh, that's fascinating." So you start to continually, like, just think you're right. You don't have any no men around, so
right.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Dennis Miller of science. There you go.
Great comment. I like Neil, of course. If my whole diatribe was like, dude, Neil's the best, he's the smartest dude, I'd see down here. I don't like Neil.
Yeah. Real quick. Real quick. I saw the Kingsman, or Kingsman, or whatever, the new one of the Kingsman series. And dude, so I'm a fan of the Kingsman movies. The first two I loved. This one was all right.
Is that the 007 type?
Yeah, this is the third one, and it's the history of how it came about. So it's set in like the early 1900s, and
Gen Z 007.
Yeah, it's okay. What it's missing from the first two is the first two were very fun. Like they were just fun movies. Like Elton John fighting in the second one, and everything. They're just fun movies to watch. This one was
Samuel
missing
Jackson. He's in the first one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love this. Right? This is a great. Okay, I've seen 14 or the first and second one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this third one is okay. It tells you the history. There's no fun factor in it though. It's missing that.
Fun.
But here's the thing that fucking was annoying. It's woke. They made it a woke. So the opening scene is this well-to-do family they're visiting like it's a concentration camp in like the early 1900s, like 1904 I think it is, and the dad's like in the camp, and the mom and their son are way outside the gates, and it cuts to the mom and the son, and they're having a conversation, and the mom goes, "Now when you have privilege like us, you need to blah." And I was like, really? Were they talking about privilege in 1904? Is she then going to be like, "So what are your pronouns, son?" Dude. And then later in the movie, and they're all British, it's the English. And so later the dad is talking to his son again. It's like 1917 at this point. And he was like, "I realized when we were colonizing places, I didn't feel good about it." And it shows him fucking up all these black people. And I'm like, oh, why didn't they show the English, trying to infiltrating the Ireland? Because Irish are white, so they're not gonna. It wouldn't have the same effect. But dude, when she said the privilege thing, I was just like, okay, we get it. Like it's the same.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's like, just please stop virtue signaling. Like it doesn't need to be in every fucking thing. It's like we go to movies to escape, reality. It's okay to have a movie about some real shit every now and then, but it's like it doesn't need to creep into all of our fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like that Bill Burr bit where he complains about like he's in the middle of a basketball game and then all of a sudden everybody stands up and they do the stand up for cancer. He's like, it's like if I go to the movie theater and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, right when they start, like, so my sister, she's got diagnosed with leukemia last week. It's like, dude.
It's like it's the shoehorning shit in and like forcing in there. Like I saw Ocean's 8. I was like, and I would have enjoyed the movie, but there was so many parts. I think there was the dialogue at one part was literally one of the girls going, and guys could never do this. And I was like, we get it. Women are as powerful and as strong. We get it, but you don't need to do that shit. Like, look at some of the great women heroes or in movies like Alien. I always look at Alien. Nobody.
I thought you were going to say a real person.
Yeah. No.
I always about to put up a female hero. Who are you talking about?
Well, no. I mean,
you know what I heard recently in a comment section is somebody called the new Matrix a soy movie. And
I haven't
thought that
seen
was
it yet.
Really funny. It's pretty. It's definitely like Neo's no longer the one. Now it's Neo and Trinity.
Well, spoiler
And,
alert.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, it's because it's because it's written by a woman now.
You know, it's not even. You can ruin it because it's a really bad movie. Watch the reviews. It's a movie you don't need to fucking see. It's really
pretty
bad.
It's a long
terrible.
movie, and it's just like it was so bad that Warner Brothers isn't picking it up for an additional movie. So,
Well,
They
now
do it every time.
I was going to say, did we talk about this on the podcast before about the movie Halloween? I was just talking to Mike Favorman, who said he's somehow knows somebody associated with the Halloween franchise and how they're trying to cancel it. They said that fucking Michael Myers is homophobic. Did you hear about this?
what?
Yeah.
Because he killed a gay couple in the recent Halloween movie, and I'm like, oh, this
Man.
serial killer is not woke. Is
That
what you're
was
saying?
them trying to be inclusive by
Exactly,
bringing a gay
dude.
couple
Exactly.
into the fucking movie.
How many
Like, why
black
is there a
people
gay
have been
couple in
killed
this
off
fucking
like
movie?
every like movie? You know what I mean? We don't last that long in scary movies.
Nobody's saying
Never
we
hearing
gotta
anybody
stop
be
all
like,
these
"Oh yeah,
racists."
fucking Jason's racist." It's like,
And yeah, plus you would think that if anything, gay couples would be used to be getting stabbed.
Why?
How come, Jay?
What?
Yeah, good, Manny. Manny gets it. He's got like the perfect feature.
He
He's got an
puts
eject
on
button.
the ring. He's like Frodo over here.
Frodo, check the slur database. Frodo, what the fuck, bro?
Ooh. Let's see.
I was trying to watch this movie, but all these Frodos
Okay.
were talking in the back.
oh, Black Hobbit.
No,
Fucking Frodo.
yeah,
Fucking Frodo over here.
no, but they literally were saying because he killed this gay couple, and then he, there was some, but I'm like,
They
this
said the
guy
same
fucking
thing
doesn't
about-
even have a die. He has not one line in the history of the movies. He has not said, you know, his political and how he feels
Yeah.
about. Oh God, dude.
He like looks at the gay couple, like he sees a straight couple and the gay couple and
Yeah.
the straight couple. He's like, no, this one over here.
gives-
He lifts up his mask and spits a little bit.
He gives the straight couple the thumbs up. He's like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys. He sees the wedding ring. He's like, yeah.
Dude. And you would think gays would be used to getting poked. All right, I
No,
thought
you
it might be
just
better
did
than
stabbed.
stabbed.
You just did stabbed.
He
Different
just
one.
It's like
Come
the
on.
exact same
Manny, come
sentence.
back.
Try
Come back
again.
and PC Mania.
Dude, how do I do that?
we just want to say here at the HollingsWorthless podcast that we love our LGBTQ plus a whatever letters and numbers that I don't know
Just hit a
anymore.
whatever in there. Nice.
Yeah,
And-
just want to say we love you guys very much, and we're sorry for Jay's comments.
I
Back-
kid because I love. I
There
kid
you
'cause
go.
I
Yeah,
love.
exactly. We love you guys.
All right. Jake Paul, the two of the brothers that I'm not really a fan of, but I'm starting to lead. Logan, I actually am kind of liking a lot
Yeah,
now, but
yeah.
Jake Paul bought stock. Him and his partner, not that kind of partner, but I think financial business, bought stock in the UFC. And there's the person he's partnered with. They take a very hands-on approach with stocks that they invest in, and that supposedly they're going to try and make a change, which I can't wait to see how
so-
Dana White. Fucking,
That'd be the best. Can you
How
imagine
much
if
did they buy? Like,
I
not
don't
hostile
know.
takeover amount.
I don't know, but can you imagine
yeah.
though if they fucking
Wow.
dude? Yeah, so I
That's
can't wait to
nothing.
see Dana's how he
His
takes that.
Yeah, I mean, like, so let's say you're a majority shareholder at some point. Could you oust him out of the company and just be
You
like,
could.
hey, you're no longer our sponsor. You're no longer the voice of this. And then all of a sudden Jake Paul runs it. And I mean, ultimately, I think, in my opinion, MMA is the greatest form of fighting, but they're not paid like they're the greatest form of
Right.
fighting. You know, it's, I see why everybody's trying to make the jump over to boxing. I mean, look at what Francis Ngannou. I always fuck up his last name. But I mean, I just saw
Oh.
that he had like a
You of
race-
all people,
I
man.
know, I'm so sorry.
What does
I
that
just-
mean, Jay?
Well, because he's like the smartest out of all of us, and I figured he'd be able to pronounce it correctly.
But you know, it's crazy. I just saw where his trainer got like some racist ass text from like somebody at UFC saying that they were gonna sue his ass. They were like, "We're gonna sue your black ass for this," and so it's fucking crazy, man. But I get it. Like, think about this: you're putting your life on the line. you're getting fucked up. Like you're taking kicks, you're taking punches, you got to do ground and pound. It's probably not as strenuous as boxing. And don't get me wrong, like boxing is still brutal.
Yeah,
but imagine being able to walk away with $2-3 million from a fight instead of a couple $100,000. You know.
So Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's last fight,
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw a stat. They said they made 25 times more than all of the UFC fighters pay combined. That's how much boxing. Yeah, that's how much they made boxing.
Because I think it's like, dude, those UFC fighters aren't getting paid anything. Like it's 5 figures. It's only the Conor McGregors and those types that get paid.
Correct.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, like, God, can you imagine that? It's like you just have to last. Okay, so just thinking about it scientifically, a UFC round is 5 minutes, right? If you're in a
championship matches, I think if it's not champ, it's 3 minutes, same as boxing.
No. Wait. I thought it was they're all 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's the rounds that are different.
5 rounds. If you're I mean, you're gonna go, fight 5 rounds at 5 minutes apiece, like just all out, as opposed to 3-minute rounds and possibly walking away with so much more money. I mean, even if you went 10 rounds, it's only 5 more minutes and you're walking away with millions. So it's like, I understand anybody wanting to be like, yo, I'll go fight Jake Paul for multi-millions. I'll, fuck. You know what they need to do? I think
for like a couple thousand.
So would I.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, like, think about this. If you really, I mean, we could do celebrity boxing, or Jay could do celebrity boxing, and then I can make, I'm sure,
Sean,
I don't know, like whoever has the most recognition on this shit.
Oh,
but,
yeah, that me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Sean, Sean walk away with, a couple million. Like, if you got the right names to promote for a celebrity boxing match, you could walk away with a ton of money.
Yeah, but why would he fight for millions and take that pay cut when he can just keep touring and selling out theaters? And
you cut me off,
for you,
dude.
Sean.
You cut me off.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate it.
Whatever. So,
all right. What's the Great Resignation?
So so it's kind of going on right now, and I wanted to pick your guys' brains on it. Like, how are people walking away from jobs and still having enough to like pay their bills?
Oh, because dude, it's coming for reasons though. The Great Resignation, especially it's about to hit another peak again, or it's about to go back up because February everybody starts getting paid bonuses. So if you're getting paid, 6-figure bonuses, you can hang out for a while.
That's true.
Especially if you're getting paid a 6-figure bonus, you probably were making good enough money that most of your stuff's probably paid off. And you know.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, in the world of banking, not the one I'm at right now, but I remember the one prior to it, people were making, probably $120,000 bonuses, which is like insane. I'm just like, fuck. But you can walk away from a job for a little while if you could do that. So
hey.
Adam said he's doing a 60-seat winery tomorrow. Fine, I'll do celebrity boxing, which sucks. Those 55 of those seats will be empty. What were you going to say, Sean?
Yeah, dude, this is the craziest time because it's really from any time that since I've been alive that I can remember. This is where the workers have the biggest say right now, have the most leverage, and can really make it happen. It used to be that the companies held all the
power, right?
All the power, yeah.
I just I mean, I don't know if this is along the same lines because it's not corporate America, but I literally just saw a video today about there was a girl that was on Baywatch. She was a model and she was like on her way up, and then she had a fall. Her boyfriend was abusive, and she got out of that relationship, and then she's been homeless since, and she says that she has her freedom. She says she's happier now homeless, but like she's missing teeth, which I don't know if that's drug related, but it's brutal. Like seeing her, like she was beautiful, and now she's missing teeth. She was like
Lonnie Wilson.
She's beautiful on the inside.
Blonde girl?
Probably not, dude. Yeah, blonde.
Yeah,
wow,
she was beautiful.
Whoa, she was, and she does not. Yeah, she's like straight up homeless. Yeah.
Can you bring that up, Sean?
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say why you do that. The reason why I wanted to talk about the Great Resignation is I was talking to Jay about this. I have a buddy who always bitches about, like everything, like, relationship, and then it doesn't go well. He cries about it. And then his job, like he was like, fuck this job, blah, 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 blah. And then he got written up, and then he bitched about it. And then he was like, I'm gonna show up late for these meetings. I don't give a fuck. And then he ended up getting written up like on a final written, and then he's like bitching about it, and he responded with this long ass email, and I'm like, dude, what? Like, and then he wants to shit on me. He's like, you still going to those bitch ass meetings? I was like, yeah, they pay me well enough to go to them. I don't have a fucking
dude.
problem.
You know what he's doing? This friend, whoever this is he's doing the Key and Peele thing. Like, oh, you know what I told her? What'd you tell her? I said, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the fucking company's around, it's all it's weird. It's like he's trying to show clout, or like that he's this fucking more than what he is to you, which is dumb. As friends, I don't give a fuck what how you act at your job,
dude, it's crazy. But it reminds me, if you ever get a chance, there's a guy named Rito Brown who does these videos called You Said That, and they're the funniest shits.
Oh, like, Redo. I know Redo.
Yeah, Redo. Yeah. And so anyways, he said he was like, yeah, I told my boss, to fuck off and all this stuff. And they're like, yo, you said that? And then all of a sudden it shows the real clip. He's like, no, I'll be right into work. I promise you.
100%. 100%. What the fuck? Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
yeah,
this is here right here. Yeah.
Better on the left.
You get it. Isn't that crazy though? I, mean, I don't remember.
Who is that? Who's that supposed to be? Is that the chick from?
She was
Bonnie
on
Wilson?
Baywatch. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a mental illness for sure. Meth addiction. That never turns out good.
Insisted that she didn't need any help from anyone. Well,
but you see so many like that. Who was the guy? He was like, hold on. He's black. He was light skinned. He had green eyes. He looked all fucked up too.
Oh wait, are you talking about that played basketball with LeBron?
No, you remember this guy? What's his name?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, where did he go?
He got all messed up too. Yeah.
And I don't know. Is it like what leads you to that? I mean, I guess some people get into character too often, and they go down those dark roads. But fuck,
it's never a plan for anybody. It's just every day is the next day is the next day.
Oh wow.
Divine Equinox said he recovered, I think. And then there was Delonte West.
Yeah.
That was the one that supposedly fucked LeBron's mom. I don't know if that's true. But
I mean,
yeah, and Mark Cuban was trying to help him. I think he was getting help, and but I don't know. All right. Did you see the thing about Venus Williams?
No.
Supposedly she's 41, and she said she's a virgin.
Makes sense.
What?
Oh, Venus. I was like, Serena ain't no virgin. She got kids.
no, Venus.
That's wild.
Man. Wow. That's a bummer. That's really.
You notice how none of us have anything like, nuh-uh. It's just like, wow, yeah, huh?
Alice said breaking Baywatch.
That's BS Jeffries. She's reacting.
I feel like that's like she's just
hilarious.
Forced to be working all the time or something.
Or
like hard parents or something.
Well, are they Mormon or Jehovah's Witness?
I think they're Jehovah's Witness, but their dad was like a difficult person to be around. I know that they just did that movie with Will Smith called King Richard, and I don't even know if it's a true depiction of probably how rough he was. I mean, he talked about going out with a shotgun trying to kill some gang members that kept fucking with them when they were trying to play tennis. So,
I think it was one of the other daughters that doesn't play tennis. And I don't know if she's still in the family or like ostracized or what, but it sounded like she had a different version of how they were raised, and it wasn't favorable. I don't know.
Yeah, he had a separate family before that he didn't acknowledge. So pretty crazy. But I want to get to this Hall of Fame thing. So
yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, David Ortiz. Yeah, David Ortiz. I think he's the only one off this ballot that is going in. First ballot Hall of Famer. And I just want to say, like, dude, David, to me, that's my favorite baseball player all time. And he probably the most clutch player in baseball that I've ever seen. I mean, the 12th inning home run fucking I think it was what's up?
So let me ask you guys this. He tested positive for steroids at one point in his career. Do you think steroids should be null and void? You can't get in the Hall of Fame? Because I think Mark McGwire, I think Barry Bonds, even Sammy Sosa should all be in there. They made baseball exciting. I mean, I know.
I'm like so for it, bro. I think they should just juice these freaks up.
Yep.
They should have every team should get one steroid player, right? And just like fucking inject them with everything you can, HGH, steroids, horse
big they can get. I want to see them like using like steel beams for the bats.
Oh, look at this fucking animal coming in here, Alfred Kachiri.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
What up, Alfred? Alfred was from New England and now lives. Where the fuck do you live, Alfred? Somewhere in the Midwest?
I thought he was in the East Coast. Never mind.
I think what was unfortunate for
Carolina, I think
for baseball players, I think it wasn't that they did steroids; it's that they lied about it. But the worst part, I mean, what's tough about that is they had to lie about it because they were trying to protect themselves. But it comes across, you know, I mean, a lot of those guys are unlikable anyways. You know, like even Sammy Sosa is annoying to look at nowadays, right?
I mean, he like bleached his skin. He looked like Pepto-Bismol in one of those pictures. It was fucking crazy.
I think he says he has what Michael Jackson had. So, man, you might need to PC Manny yourself. Vitiligo.
If you're on the HollingsWorthless podcast, it is never okay to make fun of somebody's vitiligo. That, you know, it's okay to be a light-skinned black person. At times, I make fun of my son for being light-skinned, and it is not right. And I apologize to the light-skinned community. Thank you guys.
What's the word you're saying, by the way?
Keep fighting the fight. Vitiligo.
Light-skinned? Is that what you're saying?
That's what the black community calls light-skinned.
I just saw a clip today that I think I saw a long time ago, but I forgot about it. When David Ortiz was in the minor leagues, A-Rod and Ken Griffey Jr., when they were on the Mariners, they were playing at some park where it was like the minor leagues. And they said, we'll give the fans something to see. So we'll have like a little home run derby. And there was 3 Mariner players. 2 of them was Ken Griffey and A-Rod. And then they said, just bring up any of your 3. God, he looks like a Batman villain.
Dude, he does. Yeah. Like one of the original Batman villains.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Like the Adam West Batman.
Jesus. So, God damn.
Will the dynamic duo make it out of this?
And the 3 minor league baseball players that they had for this home run derby, one of them was a young David Ortiz, and David Ortiz beat all of them, kicked the shit out of all of them. And he was the thing, like you were saying, Sean, about the unlikable thing. David Ortiz was so fucking likable, big poppy. Yep. And the other thing, he was the face of Boston when the bombings happened, the marathon bombing, and him coming out with that speech where he said, "This is our fucking city, and we ain't taking shit from nobody."
Then did he do this afterwards? Did he go?
Dude, don't forget, he got shot.
That's right. When he was back at home in
look at the video. Right. The whole video is out, and he's at an outside bar, and he just gets straight shot in the gut, dude. There's a whole.
That's why they have
the video. Yeah, that's recent. Last few years,
dude. That's fucking. But yeah, I love it. Big Papi is my favorite Red Sox of all time. Okay, we got
stigma with athletes and steroids. Like, why don't they just give them to everybody? You know, just like across the board.
They say it doesn't level the playing field, but I'm saying level it.
Give them all. Yeah.
But if you give it to everybody,
there's so many health problems that come with it. Remember, like wrestlers back in the 80s, like were all juiced up and like an Ultimate Warrior died and shit.
They're like freaking gladiators. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Throw them out there. They're entertaining the masses. I think it's great. Could you imagine if porn was all natural? How gross would that be?
Hey, we've talked about this before, though, and it brings up that question again. Like, if is it quality versus quantity? If and you think about Kobe, this is a question I posed. When Kobe passed, man, is like Kobe had a crazy life for the 40 whatever years he was alive. Is that the payment? Like, what if that was the payment for it? So, look, dude, you can have this life, but something horrific's going to happen at X age, but that's because you get this quality as opposed to getting all 80 years.
I guess
that's what they said to that Baywatch chick with when they were introducing meth. It's going to be fucking awesome for like 2 years. Then you're done.
Oh my God. I feel like, same thing goes for football, if you will, right? It's like you have this great life probably for 10 years, and then you're almost confined to a wheelchair for the rest of your fucking life because you're in a car accident every play. So
Have him play. Adam said, "Have him play on an unlevel playing field. They once delayed a baseball game for a tornado. I'd say let him play through it. He's on first. Now he's home.
Give those people but Robert says everybody don't need steroids. Some people naturally just give them steroids.
Right,
see what they do.
Pump it.
They fucking start flying and shit.
I'm down to watch a league of normal, like average Joes, but I want like a super freak league. Like, these people are allowed to do whatever they want. Any drugs.
NBA versus WNBA, right?
An MMA fighting league called Steroid League, where it's just we just jack everybody up and we just let them like fight. They're
just like fucking so big they can't even lower their arms.
And they already got the extra testosterone, so shit would just be crazy.
Dude, that'd be fun to watch. Would you rather watch that steroid one or just the regular one?
Ooh, I don't know. It depends, I guess.
Steroid one. I mean, they have like they had that movie about when they had no steroids and what it was like, a league of their own.
Bum fights.
Bum fights. You know, it's crazy, Sean, when you were saying about the quality over quantity thing, it reminds me, there's this friend of mine, Carrie, said something to me literally probably like 30 years ago that always stuck in my head. You know, it's a philosophy or a theory, but she was saying that she thinks everybody has one thing that they're supposed to do in life, and when they do it, that's when they die. Whatever that one thing is, once they've completed that, that's when they go, which, you know, I don't know what, you know, if you live to 103, you're like, God damn, what fucking took so long to do this?
As soon as you do that thing, then you die?
Yes. Yeah. You're here until you complete that one thing you were meant to do in this world.
Well, mine's definitely not smoke weed or jack off. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. You're right, Robert. Yeah, WWE, they had their steroid league. So.
Oh, man. It kind of made me sad. I'm just like now realizing I didn't put you on this planet to fucking jerk off and smoke weed.
You're like all these years I thought this was going to be the thing.
This is the shit.
Yeah, God's just like, Tyler, you can stop. That's not it.
That's it.
Oh man,
what a great show today. Really good.
Turtle, I guess kicking that rabbit's butt wasn't it. All right, let's get our plugs in. Sean, we'll start with you.
Just I've been working on this thing, and now I'm putting about 30% more into the production stuff. That's really exciting. It's been fun working on it, and hopefully we'll be able to start using it shortly for the show.
Yes, and Manulus?
Probably just gonna play that piano back there. Just want to
dude.
Probably soon. I think I'm gonna do that this week. But Love in Black and White tomorrow, so we're gonna make sure we do that.
Are you gonna build a fire or have a fire going while you play the piano?
Yeah, I'll go back there.
Oh, nice! You pointed right at it. It's right there. You knew where it was. It's right there. Yeah. See.
Tyler, what do you got, Tyler?
I'm headlining the fucking Lost Woods Brewery in Bonnie Lake. Get excited. And then Saturday, Sunday, I got dope shows at Tacoma Comedy Club and Spokane Comedy Club.
Yeah. This weekend I will be in Chattanooga, Tennessee at the Comedy Catch. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and then I'm back here. And then next week, all week, I'm at the Laugh Factory here in Las Vegas. The week after that, I'll be at the Comedy Cellar here in Las Vegas.
There you go. Don't catch anything at the Comedy Catch.
And it is Chattanooga. So dude, last time
I deserve this. I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
Dude, last time I was there, the people in Chattanooga, so nice, but it's so weird, like being a fucking city slicker or whatever the fucking term you want to say. But they're nice as can be, but that twang, you always think like, are these motherfuckers racist? Yeah. It's like, they could be like the most progressive. They're like, Black Lives Matter. And I'm like, did you throw the N-word in there? It sounded like it's just fucking weird. It's just weird. The nicest people. But dude, I had a conversation with a guy for like 10 minutes and I couldn't tell you one word. His accent was so fucking thick. I'm like, all I hear is down, 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 down.
You did about them blacks. God damn. This is
All right. I think that's it for everybody that came in. I appreciate you guys joining us. to the Hula Goons, the Goon Squad. Appreciate it. And until next time, Tyler is bye.